Hi, welcome back guys to another Condiment Training. Today we're giving you 5 plays or set pieces that you can use in your game. So what we're going to play is greens are always going to be attacking, orange are always going to be defending. And the first play that we want to give you is not a finishing play, it's going to be a build play. So it's very simple and we call it triangle. And the aim is to always be ended up in channels 2 or 4. So in this case it will be paprika and turmeric who are getting hit. And so if we take us first drive, we just need to get set up where we need to be. So we won't use time because it's got a bobble head. Take us first drive to get where we need to be. Coriander's going to take it to 2. So now everyone plays with a marker. This is how it's set up. What we want to do is your next player is going to run a V line to try and get behind the marker. So it's going to, or we call it a V cut. So it'll run infield that way, has to beat the marker to try and get behind him to play the ball. And the whole focus of this is you're going to pull in either the winger or the pivot into that tackle, and we've got this man completely out. Paprika's dropped the ball. So by doing that, you're getting the defence to really move and really pulling him into one side, which is going to give you lots of space when you get up here in good ball to be able to put on the finishing plays that we're going to talk about later. So this next play, guys, is called the slip, and this can be used in your yardage plays and your good ball. Could also possibly be used as a try scoring opportunity, but all it is we need to be in a position where we have one man who can run at a gap between 2 players. Might be better if I show it this way against you. The aim is if the marker is there, we try and pick a gap in between 2 people in the line. So one player is going to be aiming to hit bang in the centre of them 2. What you need is one of the other players, so Chive is going to follow behind Coriander right up his arse. So they're going to be following up all the way to this gap, and then it's a call. So whichever one of Coriander or Paprika commit to the ball carrier, that's the way that Chive needs to go. So if Paprika here committed more, Chive takes it right. If time was supporting, you've got a 2-on-1. If not, you've got 2 people in a tackle there and a 3rd person in the next one. So that's another one that you can use. It's just a slip, 2 people running straight at a gap and picking which way to offload the ball. An important thing about that pass is it can be a bit difficult just because of the speed. Have to be going at speed and the lateness of the call. So when we're making that pass, you can almost hand it to them. You don't even have to throw it. Because Chive's going to be so far up his arse, he just hands the ball up in the air, give it a little bit of air time, so he can catch the ball still at full tilt. Right, set these back up. Okay, so the third play that we're going to talk about, guys, is 23. This is a very simple play, and it can be used again all over the field. But in simple terms, it just means 2 and 3. So you've got 5 players on the team. The idea is to make a drive with 2 players and then make a drive with 3 players. The French international team do this a lot, but sometimes they don't send 2 up, they'll just send 1 for a fast play of the ball. But they always end up attacking with 3 players at full speed. So what will happen is you've got your first player of the ball, and the aim is, so there's 3 players over on this far side, so the aim is you want to mismatch your 2s and 3s. So if Time and Coriander, they're going to take the ball, and their aim is to get the ball to get tackled by the middleman as far away from the other side as possible. Time pushes the cover to stop Coriander from switching round and covering that. So we're pulling the 3 all the way there, and that leaves Turmeric and Ginger on their own as these guys are retreating, and these 3 are going to come into this space and they've got a 2-on-1 scenario. Now the trick with this, if you're using it in yardage and good ball, is in yardage you don't really want to throw the ball around too much, so you can still do the play but try not to put on too many risky passes. The next thing is, on the try line, it can be quite difficult to get a score off, because unless you're using the sticks as blockades, the players don't have to retreat as far, so they can recover quite quick. The 4th play is just a 1-2, so this is basically just between 2 players, a very little one. A lot of people have done it without even thinking about it, to be fair. You have once you're getting into the finishing zone of the field and you've got a tackle just off the try line, you can have one person, so Garlic here is going to wind up his run, and I'm going to swap that because I can't say that Spice's name. So Chive is swapping in. Chive takes the tackle here, he's left to the sticks, he's got Turmeric. But what he's aiming to do is Garlic's going to come at full speed, like he's just going to crash over. And he aims at a gap, or he aims at the sticks, and as soon as he gets the ball, if he pulls in 2 players at the try line, rather than trying to dive for the line and get a score that way, which is 50-50, and sometimes the referees will just call it for dive, he pops it straight back to the player of the ball to Chive, and they can take one push and put the ball on the floor. So it's just a little 1-2, think about that, trying to win the mind game on the try line, make them think you're doing something and switch it up for something else. Last but not least play that we're going to talk about is a tee. Now a tee's been around for a long time. It was started back in 2008, I think, when we started using it. But Leeds Rhinos utilised this play very well on the try line, and a lot of you have come victim to it, to be fair. I know we have. So if the play of the ball is, you want to get into the finishing area, get the play of the ball around the sticks again, or bang in the centre, and the aim is that the play of the ball is preventing their pivot, their middle man, from being able to push out with ease. So you just as close to the try line as possible to make Paprika's life hard to push out on the side of you. And then how you set up is you have your 2 wingers, and much like a slip, you have 2 players running straight behind each other, straight behind the play of the ball as well. And like the slip, they're going to make a call at the last second, these guys, and they're either going to branch off left or branch off right. Now your wingers need to be pushing support with this as well. But if they branch off left, branch off right, first receiver of the ball is going to be aiming to go to the right of the sticks. So that's to try and get Paprika stuck on them sticks and pull Coriander, the left centre, into him. Then you've got 2 more on the outside, so 2-on-1. He might get just inside, or he might have to pass the ball out to the wing. And you can change this play up quite a bit, to be fair. So rather than just pushing straight out to a straight 3 line, you could read what the defence are doing. So if Paprika in the middle of the sticks decides that he's going to go right straight away, what you might end up doing is just he goes to your centre and you pass it one player to the other side. So you might split it and go both ways and hit both sticks to try and catch either centre out. And possibilities are endless really with it. You can throw them straight out, you can skip a pass, you can get it straight out to the winger, all sorts of things. So you can have a go at that. In terms of utilising it in a game, it's only really good for the try line when you can use them sticks to get people stuck. Right, thank you for watching another episode of Condiment Training, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.